Today, we're taking a trip back in time, not to ancient history, but to 1907 Seattle. Imagine a bustling metropolis, but without the smartphones and instant delivery we're used to. How did things get from point A to point B? Enter two teenagers, Claude Ryan and Jim Casey, who with a measly $100 and a whole lot of hustle, laid the foundation for what would become the global giant we know as UPS. The seed of an idea planted here would soon grow into the mighty tree that is UPS today. But how did this ambitious duo make their dreams take flight? We're about to find out. 1907, from basements to bikes. Claude and Jim, both 18 and 19 at the time, weren't your average teenagers. They saw an opportunity in the growing demand for fast, reliable deliveries. Back then, telegrams were the main mode of communication, and who delivered them? Messengers on foot or trusty bicycles? With their $100 loan, they rented a dingy basement office and launched the American Messenger Company. While the $100 loan was instrumental in getting UPS off the ground, the founding story goes beyond mere financial backing. At 19, Claude carried an entrepreneurial spirit instilled by his father, a furniture store owner. It's safe to say his keen business sense and customer focus proved invaluable to the venture. At 16, James's life experiences, including working as a messenger boy, gave him a deep understanding of the local delivery landscape and its needs. And so that gave both men the proper foundation they needed to build what would turn out to be the world's largest package delivery service. Seattle in 1907 was bustling with economic activity, driven by the gold rush and growing industries. However, efficient delivery options for small packages were lacking. Recognizing this gap, Claude and James saw an opportunity to provide a reliable and timely service. The ambition behind the American Messenger Company wasn't simply about making money. The founders envisioned building a professional and trusted service. Operating on a shoestring budget, the duo faced numerous challenges. They used bicycles and their own feet for deliveries, often working long hours. However, their resourcefulness shone through. They adopted innovative marketing strategies like offering free package pickup and secured contracts with local businesses, slowly building a loyal customer base. 1919, expansion and new identity. 1919 marked a pivotal year for UPS, characterized by expansion, identity shift, and the embrace of a signature color that became synonymous with reliability. Let's explore these developments in detail. Seattle had nurtured the fledgling company for 12 years, but now its sights were set further afield. Recognizing the booming potential of California, Claude and James decided to open a branch office in Oakland. This strategic move allowed them to tap into a new market and laid the groundwork for future national expansion. The original name, American Messenger Company, no longer reflected the evolving scope of their business. They were delivering more than just messages. Packages of all shapes and sizes were becoming their core offering. Hence, the decision to rebrand as United Parcel Service, UPS. This new name conveyed unity, professionalism, and a focus on parcel delivery, marking a distinct shift in identity. Choosing the right visual identity was also very important at this phase. One cannot discuss UPS without acknowledging the iconic brown uniforms and delivery vehicles. In 1919, the company made a bold decision to paint all its vehicles a distinctive brown. The decision to adopt the brown color scheme was not arbitrary, but a stroke of branding genius. The distinctive brown not only made UPS instantly recognizable, but also conveyed a sense of reliability and trustworthiness. This intentional branding choice became a cornerstone of UPS's identity. The brown paint also served a practical purpose. Back then, vehicles were prone to scratches and dents. Brown effectively disguised these imperfections, projecting a cleaner, more professional image. Additionally, the darker shade helped mask dirt and grime, reducing the need for frequent washing, which was particularly relevant in an era of limited resources. 1920s to 30s, building the network. The next decade saw UPS solidify its foundation. Fresh off their 1919 rebranding, UPS faced a roaring decade. The 20s saw America booming, and so did the demand for reliable package delivery. The company capitalized, acquiring common carrier licenses, allowing them to ship beyond local borders. Imagine not just messages and small packages, but important goods traversing states. But innovation wasn't just about geographical reach. In 1929, they briefly dipped their toes into air freight, recognizing the potential of the skies. Although this venture wouldn't become permanent until the 50s, it showcased their forward-thinking approach. However, the 1930s brought a global challenge, the Great Depression. While many businesses crumbled, UPS, with its focus on service and adaptability, persevered. They streamlined operations, diversified their offerings, and weathered the storm. This period also saw an interesting development, the introduction of Saturday deliveries. Back then, it was an unconventional move, but it proved popular with businesses and consumers, further solidifying UPS's reputation as a reliable partner. By the end of the 1930s, the world was still recovering, but UPS stood tall. They had not only survived a challenging decade, but emerged stronger, their brown trucks now synonymous with resilience and dependability. This was just the beginning of their journey. The seeds of global expansion, air freight dominance, and technological innovation were sown in these formative years. 1950s to 70s, innovation and growth. The post-war boom fueled economic growth, and UPS rode the wave. International expansion became their new frontier, with offices popping up in Europe, Canada, and Latin America. Remember, delivering across borders wasn't as seamless back then, making this a bold move. But innovation wasn't just about geography. Technology became their new sidekick. In the 1960s, computerized sorting systems revolutionized package handling, increasing efficiency and speed. Imagine robots whizzing packages around instead of manual sorting. And remember that brief dip into air freight in the 20s? Well, in 1953, it took off for real. UPS Airlines was born, marking a monumental shift in delivery speed and reach. Suddenly, packages could cross continents in a matter of hours, not days. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The 1970s brought economic challenges and fierce competition. However, UPS adapted. They introduced innovative services like COD, cash on delivery, simplifying transactions, and boosting customer confidence. By the end of the 70s, UPS had transformed from a regional player to a global powerhouse. 1980s to 90s, entering new horizons. The 1980s marked a significant milestone with the launch of UPS Airlines, establishing a dedicated air network for faster deliveries. They also entered the retail space by acquiring mailboxes, etc., later renamed the UPS Store. But UPS wasn't just about the skies. They recognized the burgeoning retail sector and made a bold move acquiring mailboxes, etc., later renamed the UPS Store. This strategic acquisition provided convenient shipping solutions for individuals and small businesses, expanding their reach beyond traditional corporate clients. Speaking of technology, the 80s and 90s saw UPS embrace the digital wave. They integrated barcodes for tracking packages, implemented electronic data interchange, EDI, for faster communication with clients, and even dabbled in early e-commerce solutions. Talk about being ahead of the curve. The 90s also saw global expansion on steroids. From Asia to Europe, UPS planted its flag in new markets, solidifying its position as a truly international logistics giant. Remember, navigating trade regulations and cultural differences back then was no easy feat. 2000s to present, a global powerhouse. The new millennium saw UPS continue its global expansion, acquiring international logistics companies and strengthening its supply chain solutions. But it wasn't just about geographical reach. Technology became their key ally. They embraced automation, with robots whizzing packages through sorting facilities, increasing efficiency and accuracy. At this point, the company already had robots working tirelessly while you enjoy speedy deliveries. And speaking of speed, remember air freight? Well, it got even faster with next-day and even same-day air deliveries. Imagine ordering something online and having it in your hands within hours, thanks to advanced logistics networks. Sustainability also became a major focus. UPS invested heavily in eco-friendly practices, from electric delivery vehicles to green packaging solutions. Today, UPS stands as a global leader in logistics and shipping, with a vast network spanning over 100 countries and territories. From its humble beginnings, the company has remained true to its core values of innovation, customer focus, and employee empowerment, solidifying its position as a vital player in the world of commerce.